the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants ActualMania 39 Cringecade pre-show. Yeah, so tonight's the night. We've been waiting all month. All the competitors are ready to go. It's going to be an amazing night. ActualMania 39 Cringecade, the second Cringecade we've ever had. I'm excited. How about you, Billy?
It's going to be the greatest Cringecade of all time, I've been told. Even though it's only the second one, it's supposed to be greater than the last one.
The last one was garbage. No, it was great. So this one's even better. Everyone, please.
All we do is great shows, ever.
Please like the stream. And we'll talk a little bit more about Cringecade. We'll talk a little bit more about a few things before we leave to do the show in a maybe like 45 minutes or so from now. So, yeah, and this is weird. This is a first, I think, where we're doing a pre-show for a Patreon special. And we've already met the goal because we did the third show before Saturday.
It might be a first. I know we've had a few weird weeks before, but I don't know if they lined up with the private shows being afterwards. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's really weird. Man, I'm excited. I got everything ready to go here for the show. We'll go over the card and our predictions later. I do have a couple fun videos, short videos that Jared put out today that I wanted to look at too, because they're he's scared. He's trying to pretend like he's not. But the whole Zoe thing really has him freaked out. He shut down his Discord. He's not doing too well. This has him shook, for sure.
He's not in jail yet, though?
No, I mean, he would have to be. I honestly think it would take someone to get a warrant to search on his computer. Unless an actual underage person comes forward and is like, oh, I talked to him and he sent me a dick pic or something, and they can prove it and show the conversation, I don't think he's going to go to jail. Because there has to be something like that to get him arrested. And there would have to be some kind of evidence to get a warrant to like search his computer. So that's the hurdle. That's the major hurdle. You have to show evidence of a crime, or at least like heavy intent. And the cops are apathetic. You know, they would rather wait for something to actually happen than to try to prevent something from happening. So,
yeah, the cops are just going to work. Nobody wants to work at their work. They just show up. Merry Christmas Eve, y'all.
Eve. Yeah, it's Christmas came really fast for me.
It's beginning to look a lot like Cringemas.
This is Cringemas for sure. We've got it. There's a lot going on tonight. Let's check out. Jared's weird little videos that he made. This is the first one. This is a special thank you to the subs. So I guess he got like a few new subs, but he doesn't stop for a minute to think, oh, these are all hate subs. And he doesn't stop to think, like, it's only like he has less than 200 subs because he keeps deleting channels and making new ones. So let's see what he says here.
What's up, y'all? It's Jay Genesis here, and I just want to give a special thank you to all the homies. Look at all these colored pencils, bro.
Does he take the colored pencils out of the backpacks of his victims? Like
maybe so.
What is this?
Well, we know Jared's a hoarder. And when you look, from what we've seen of his room, especially his old room where you could see like a wide shot of his whole room, he does have hoarding tendencies. He has bins full of who knows what. He's got trash all over his floor. I remember we watched him for like 2 years, and there was this Halloween pumpkin bucket that you would use to go trick-or-treating, and it just sat on his floor in the same place and did not move. And more trash just kind of collected around it over time. So he's definitely, he's a hoarder. He's hoarding colored pencils.
Bro. I'm an artiste. I had to get that out of the way.
Your art looks like it was made by people within your dating range, if you know what I mean.
It was impressive how like terrible his art was when he was like bragging about his deviant art, and we went to it, and I thought it was a troll. I was like, There's no way that an adult would draw like this. But maybe he is masking, trying to attract people of similar art qualities.
I think you're giving him way too much credit. It's more like he just has the mind of that age, and he's never progressed past it. And it's more something like that. He's not smart enough to come up with this scheme like, hey, if I draw like a 6-year-old, maybe I can attract them. It's like, no, that's where his mental capacity has stalled out. That's what it is.
I probably shouldn't give him that much credit.
No, you shouldn't, really. It's funny because Zoe almost tricked him into sending me one of his pieces of art. He drew like a picture of me that looks like a 5-year-old drew it. And Zoe was trying really hard to get him to mail it to me, but it never happened.
Guys, listen, I just wanted to say thanks for being rad. Thanks for following your boy. In the past few years, I've had some hardships, but it really does.
And that's why they're following you, dude. Your followers are hate followers.
It does mean a lot to know that I have 180 subs on a new fucking channel.
Yeah, the channel is new because you're such a failure at making YouTube channels that they either get suspended or you just abandon them and move on to a new one.
In just a matter of like less than a few weeks. Also, I want to give a shout out to everyone that joined my Discord, which is now...
Jared is so up his own ass and in denial about his status that, he was even in denial that all of his TikTok viewers were hate views. He was getting a lot of views on TikTok, like thousands, if not tens of thousands of views per video. But it was all just people hating on him and commenting that he was a PDF file. You'd see one of his TikTok videos and it would have like 15,000 views on it. And it would say that it had like 300 comments on it. And you go to the comment section, there'd be like one comment that was like, cool video, Jared. And that was it. All the negative ones he would just delete.
Jared's account?
Maybe. Or
he had a positive sock.
What? That's another thing I don't think he's smart enough to really think of. I think those are the long con trolls. The people that know that if you just praise Jared unconditionally, he'll trust you unconditionally. That's all it takes. We've seen it happen so many times.
Rest in pieces. Apparently I'm a cyberbully for standing up to someone who actually swatted my house.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this time he didn't delete his Discord. It got terminated, probably because he was doxing somebody, probably Chris. It's like, Jared, Discord doesn't care if someone doxed you already. They're not going to let you dox them back. It's still against their rules. It's not up to them to like be the arbiter of revenge and be like, oh, well, he doxed you? Okay, have at it. Dox them all you want. It doesn't work that way. You're too dumb to realize this. You thought you could upload a video of yourself jerking off to YouTube, and because it was private or unlisted, they weren't going to find out, which is breathtaking levels of stupidity.
Incredible stuff, guys. I'm not worried about him, though. He's yesterday's news. But, just...
If he's yesterday's news, why are you talking about him today? Something to think about.
Can go suck a dick. Discord is just, it's SJW nonsense.
You'll be right back. You'll be back. You have a very clear cycle. You said that about YouTube, and then you went to BitChute, and then you got mad at BitChute and went back to YouTube and said the same thing about each platform when you were over on the opposite one.
SJW nonsense is code word for my shitty behaviors aren't tolerated on these platforms.
Exactly.
So if you want to follow me, I'm back on Gilded, and I will link.
It's like being against molestation isn't really an SJW platform. It's just like a common sense kind of opinion that most people hold.
Kid in the description, but if you guys didn't know, though, yeah, I've had my house swatted roughly 5 times.
No, you haven't.
I've had pizza sent to my door nonstop. I'm in the country.
Looks like you ate them all.
Now, thank God. The only thing they could send to my door now is, I don't know, bro. Maybe a snaggletooth hoe, but
that's a lot of wishful thinking. A snaggletooth hoe.
Just kidding.
Yeah, you should be so lucky.
That's what I'm saying.
In all seriousness,
that was Jared's really low IQ attempt at reverse psychology. Oh, geez, guys.
Reverse psychology always works. Our audience is going to send him a snaggletooth hoe now. He found the secret.
So, guys, I just want to say thank you. And, guys, listen, life is short. Just enjoy your life. Fuck the haters. Fuck all the drama. It's the holidays right now. You know what I'm saying? Live it up, dude. And just know this, if you got drama in your life, dog, if you got a lot of shit, it's probably because you're on a higher level. And I believe what I'm going through is a matter of spiritual warfare. But
yeah, Jared honestly believes that he is a warrior with the armor of Christ, and the reason why he's never gotten in trouble for the shit that he does is because God and Jesus are protecting him. I've seen him say this shit before. So,
but look, man, you don't have to see it like that. The truth of the matter is there's just a lot of jealous haters out there in the world, man. And when you're on your grind is when they attack the most. I can tell I'm going places, I think that my channel's finally started to take off now. I can tell I'm really, finding my balance, my zen.
You're not.
Whatever you want to call it.
His zen.
It's finally happening for me after 10 years of bullshitting. I can tell I'm finally going places. And, haters aren't going to stop me, and they know that.
No, you're going to stop you. You are going to stop you. First of all, we can ignore all the other stuff that we always focus on and just look at your presentation and your production and your content. You're not going anywhere. You put no effort into it at all. It's the lowest effort shit I've ever seen. The next lower effort would be to not do it at all. You're at the bottom.
And I can tell they're scared shitless right now. So, guys, I just want you to know your support means a lot to me because they fear people like you. My haters, they fear you the most, people who support me. So it really does mean a lot, and I just want to say thanks.
When he had that Discord that we walked into, there were quite a few supporters in there, and they were all minor attractive proponents.
Yes.
They were all sickos. And they were all debating why being a sicko is A-okay. And we sat in there for an hour, and it was the most ridiculous conversation.
It was.
Just everybody sounded like the same They had this weird vocal inflection that sounded like they would probably be pro sicko. Zeke's Left Toe comes through with the Patreon tonight. Cringecade. A very Merry Cringemas. $5 and above patrons will be able to watch with us tonight in our private show.
They all sounded like a bunch of fancy badgers.
It was a strange coincidence. They all have this little sicko voice, and they were all pro Jared and pro minor attractive people.
Poor pro Jared.
Jared from Subway.
Everyone like the stream, please. Give us a like. We'll get through and the people you were just talking about, the maps that were in there. At the point that we were in there arguing with those guys, Jared his account had gotten terminated, so that it was like an abandoned Discord without an owner, and they had pretty much just like taken it over and turned it into their little PDF file headquarters.
A little sicko wasteland.
And Amos Yee, surprise, surprise. The guy who always claimed he wasn't one of those, he was just an advocate for them, who's now in jail for being one.
He showed up in that Discord. And I'm not one, but I definitely think it's only fair that we distribute articles of pornography catering to the and then now he's actually locked up. He actually got caught.
And I remember I was telling him what a fucking moron he was. And the only thing he could say is, "Oh, didn't Drunken Peasants used to be more popular than it is now?" And I'm like, "That's your only response to me calling you a PDF file? Like, that's your best response?"
And honestly, the only reason Drunken Peasants was more popular is because Ben made the choice to sacrifice popularity to end sickos. But I was on the show, so the show was slightly too popular. That's why we still have sickos. I ruined it. I'm sorry, Ben. I ruined your plan.
Oh, man. There's more and more and more people signing up. You guys, you don't want to miss this show. And you guys got about 30, 40-ish minutes before it gets started. So it's not too late. You can sign up now. The links have already been posted. And I'll tell you guys what. If you're not a fan of Patreon, the show is also going to be available if you become a member. If you click the join button on YouTube, it's a little more pricey than if you signed up through Patreon, and the reason for that is YouTube takes 30% of it. But you can still join that way. If you sign up for the 2 private shows, you can get the link to watch the show that way. I posted all the links for Patreon, Subscribestar, and YouTube members. So you can do that.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Put your back into it.
Yeah. All right.
You guys are amazing people.
You don't know who they
forget
are.
That, bro.
Bro.
And the reason I say that is because you guys follow someone, who has drama, but you're still cool. You know that I'm a real one.
Did Egghead send in a dono that didn't play?
It says tonight is going to be a big night filled with twists, turns, and a surprise. But yeah, it didn't play. Let me see.
That is very strange. Is it gonna happen?
We have the picture here.
Yeah, I wonder why it didn't.
I just did a refresh.
Yeah,
and it's giving us the little tootie. We'll probably get the ghost in a couple moments here.
Why is it happening again? Like literally nothing has changed.
This is the same thing we were doing the other day.
Yeah, yesterday. This is the same layout as the other day. Let me do a test.
Man?
Let me do a test.
This is a test donation for $31.
All right,
tonight is gonna be a big night.
Why is this happening again?
Turns and a surprise smile. Tonight is gonna be
just when we thought
filled with twists.
Just when we thought we had all the answers, they started asking different questions.
That is so strange. Because it was working fine last night. And I was like, oh, we figured out what the problem was. Now it's happening again. I'm switching to this right now. I guess we'll see how it goes. But that is very strange. Why, like, all of a sudden that's happening again? Because last night they worked without a hitch. So, I don't know.
And I know that you're a real one. And that's all there is that needs to be said. And we just have to stick together because I'm telling you guys, There's a lot of fakes in this world. There's a lot
you know
of
what
phonies.
I'm saying, bro?
And these kinds of people, they just do their best to try to get clout off of us, by making stupid reaction videos.
What kind of clout does he think he has? He's making a video about how he has almost 200 subscribers, and then at the end he's like, they're trying to get clout.
Yeah, clout is when you try and leech fame off of somebody famous. Well, what they're trying to do, Jared, is get virtue points off of you because you are a sicko. That would be the more correct term. They're attacking you for virtuous reasons.
Videos or, hate videos or what have you. But they're not going to stop the real ones. So just know that I got your back.
By the way, if you just joined the Discord and you're displaying on our feed as object, you have to set your nickname in Discord, and the people in there can help you with that. But that's why it's showing you as object.
Thanks for being a real one, guys. I love y'all. Christmas Eve tomorrow, be with your family. If you don't have family, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Just celebrate yourself for being an awesome motherfucker. Buy yourself something nice. My mom got me something nice at the store yesterday.
You don't deserve it.
You got a controller, a gaming controller?
Yeah, it's one of those like custom ones with the lights on it and everything. He literally doesn't deserve it.
Shit out, son. Yo, what's up, haters? Look what I got, bitch.
Am I supposed to be jealous? Like,
this is a motherfucking.
I wonder if the lights are gonna help him find it when it's covered in greasy, grimy grit from his unwashed hands.
No.
Afterglow Wave by PDP, man. That's what I'm talking about, son. So I'll be sure to put some good use to that, make you guys some good playthroughs. You know what I'm saying?
They're not good. You use like a crap like browser emulator and you film it with your webcam. This is some amateurish shit.
Saying my yellow one fucked out on me. The thumbstick stopped working, but anyways, miracles do happen.
Miracles? It wasn't a miracle. Your mom made money and paid for it and gave it to you. That's not a miracle. It'd be a miracle if it just like appeared out of thin air. It's a miracle.
Gotta say, that is a really nice controller. But anyways, guys, I love y'all. Stay rad, stay beautiful, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Egghead says, here's a spoiler. Jared won't make good gameplays or even make any at all. Wrecked.
God, I'm pissed off that this is happening. I'm wondering.
Yeah, it worked just fine last time.
Yeah, and this is the exact same profile I used because I created the new profile when I switched the layout, and I'm like, oh shit, why is it doing that? So I switched back, and it worked fine, and it worked all night last night. I've not changed anything, nothing. So I'm
Very
like,
strange.
what the fuck is going on?
I blame Egghead's money just isn't any good here. It's got to be Egghead's money.
Here's a spoiler. Jared won't make good gameplays, or even make any at all.
Thank you, though, Egghead, for real. Appreciate your
That is
spoiler,
so weird.
your commentary.
You know what? I'm noticing that is so weird. I just noticed something that makes me a little weird about this, but I guess I'll figure it out. It's really hard to explain. I'll explain it to you later, but I think I might be onto something. Basically, in one of the other scenes that I have set up, it did show his message on time with the alert. It's almost like we're getting the alert early for some reason before the TTS comes through, and I don't know why that's happening, but I can figure it out eventually. Oh, it's this Streamlabs alert box. Okay. All right, I'll figure it out. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? All right, here's a little more. This is the best angle he's ever used because it cuts off most of his face.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised how clean his ceiling is.
Well,
it's not that clean.
It's up.
But I expected worse.
It's out of his reach for one thing, and they've only been living in this house for like 2 years.
Yeah,
so
like I can see booger marks and stuff up there, like little gross grimies up in the corner.
Yeah.
But I expected like, I don't know, for some reason, like a blood sacrifice against the ceiling or something. Like he just peed directly upwards. Something gross. I expected worse.
The Tweety Tweet cup. It's like tweet, 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 tweet. That's kind of hilarious. He never, like, I drink like this. He's always tilting his head all the way back. It's the weirdest thing. Right here. That's fucking insane. I don't know. Yeah, this is a song. I don't. Anyway, this is interesting. I'm gonna mute the audio because this has like a copyrighted song. But this is some leaked stuff from Jared.
This is his Discord server.
Yeah, and obviously this is him talking to Chris. That's Thor.
He says to Chris, my dad said specifically you are a cocksucker, man. Chris says, I know how insane your mom is. Jared says, why do you think he let me back online? Chris says, your dad is afraid you will harm him.
Uh-huh.
Jared says, your phone call was my saving grace. Thanks for that. Chris says, he told me himself. And Jared says, because I would, he is exactly right.
Oh, my God.
Chris says, he's being nice to you out of fear, and your mom is neurotic. And Jared says, and that's why I haven't killed him yet.
Yeah.
And he's lucky I haven't killed him yet.
Yeah. So that's Jared. Like, Jared has murderous tendencies.
Or at least murderous fantasies.
That can be how it starts sometimes. Just like his other fantasies.
Homicidal ideations. Not a sweet boy. Yeah, Roger Wilco makes a good point. Jared lives in the country. There's no laws there. He can do whatever he wants.
He always kind of says that shit. It's weird. That is so strange.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, pizza is on the line. Tag team champions Billy the Fridge and Simple Country will go toe-to-toe with Auntie Jessie and the Court of Owls. Auntie Jessie and the Court of Owls are coming off of their winning team win. But will that be enough to push them over the current reigning tag team champions, Simple Country and Billy the Fridge? I don't know. Simple Country did all the work. I'm going to be watching the video with you guys. I bet we're better than Jesse and the Owl. I just don't know. It's all on Simple Country's back, and I'm very proud of him for the work he probably did.
Probably did.
Assuming he submitted something. and we have a Cringerweight Championship matchup. Egghead versus Shabisky versus Flocka Possum. I've seen people in the chat say they are pro Flocka because Flocka will send them dick pics if he doesn't win. And I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that at all. But I also have heard people be pro Shabisky because they know Shabisky is the greatest. And obviously a lot of us are pro Egghead. I say us because Egghead recently donated $5 twice, so he's gained to my favor. He's gained to my favor for the $5 donations. And on top of that, we have who I believe is still in the Elemental Pizza realm.
Is he going to get out?
Luchador going up against Lord Magicus, who put him there. this grudge match has actually become a grudge match.
It has. Everyone should sign up. I have the link pinned in the chat, patreon.com/DP. $5 level will get you into tonight's event. And also, you can go through Subscribe Star. That's available there too. And the join button. There's the 2 private shows section there if you're interested. Yeah, that's something. We're counting down the minutes now before ActualMania starts. ActualMania 39.
Time.
Yep.
39. Isn't that the number of WrestleManias we've had?
Has there been? I have no idea.
I always remember that whatever age I am, that's the number of WrestleManias there are. So maybe we're coming up on 39. We had 39.
I stopped counting, but then again, so did they. Like, they don't number their WrestleManias anymore either. I'm going to send one more test because I'm very...
This is a test donation for $25.
It looks good to me. I guess I'll see if there's any other reason why it might be delayed. I'm honestly I'm very thrown off by this.
WrestleMania 39 will be in April. So this is like ActualMania has caught up to WrestleMania.
Yeah, because we have it every month for...
Yeah, sorry, WrestleMania. You were the king in sports entertainment. We've dethroned you as the king of cringe entertainment.
I'm excited about going to AEW. I'm going to AEW in like a couple weeks.
That'll be fun. It should be a good show in Seattle too. I know they still have Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson working for him, right?
Yeah. They got some good people.
He always pops huge here. Darby Allin is a Seattle boy. It should be good.
I noticed this today. I decided to look up where, like, the temperature where my parents live, and it's -1 degrees Fahrenheit. But because of the wind chill and other factors, the feels like temperature is -26. That was around 5 p.m. Pacific, that was 5 p.m. their time. So
yeah. The feels like factor, like I'm kind of familiar with that because like whenever I have consent, there's always the asterisk that it feels like consent. So it's like I understand how 2 things can be different at once. It's pretty sweet.
I like how Egghead was using the spoiler cover in but the that doesn't work in the actual fan chat. It only works in Discord.
Oops.
Yeah.
So we just spoiled it for everybody watching.
No. He's been champion for like months and months. He's just that's him poking at Honest Red for complaining.
Honest Red hasn't been around. I miss Honest Red.
Why hasn't he been around?
I don't know what happened to him. I don't see him. He usually leaves his little comments all the time. I don't see him tonight. Probably because he wasn't on the card. You ever watch the old guy in Beyond the Mat who wasn't going to show up to Terry Funk's last match?
Yeah.
Like, come on, Terry. I can't go. I wasn't on the card. And then Terry Funk's like, you could be the special guest referee of my last match.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was so cute.
Fucking Honest Red was active in the Discord a few hours ago in general.
I'm talking about live on prime time. I haven't seen him here in the chat.
Well, he's sitting this one out, and then next month when we do the Regal Tussle, everyone will be involved in that. So that'll be a fun time. Don't forget that tonight's triple threat match for the Cringerweight title is also an elimination hardcore match. So it's going to have 2 rounds. Hardcore. Yep. I'm excited about that one. And, you know, people have to earn their weapons through trivia, ActualMania trivia. So we'll do that at the beginning of each round, too. It's going to be lots of fun.
I wonder if Egghead's going to get his hands on the double-sided dildo.
These are the weapons. There's the trash can, which is the weakest weapon and the highest chance of a backfire. Then a little bit better than that is the chair, the folding chair. And then a little bit better than that is the barbed wire bat, and then the ultimate weapon. Oh God, it didn't work.
Is the failure VLC failure?
The VLC Santa Claus traffic cone. Actually, no, I know what's going on. It's because it's a. I'll get it in a second here.
I believe it's
a table.
That's what did Egghead in last time.
Yeah, because he didn't need to use it. He could have just used one of the weaker weapons, or none of. Or, he didn't need to use them at all, right? He already had it won by the vote, right?
I'm not sure exactly if Honest Red's weapon put him back over the spot, but it was a close one after the weapons were used. I thought after the tape. It was still a close one.
Yeah.
The worst weapon is the 404. That's our finishing move, Simple Country, in our tag team championship match.
There we go.
404 opponent not found.
There's the table.
Traffic cones are decent weapons. I think the best thing to do with a traffic cone would be to like face somebody with the open end of it and just like pop it in their face.
An aluminum baking sheet. Lots of pro wrestlers like to use that because it makes a really loud noise, but actually doesn't really hurt that bad compared to other things. I remember
claims to have said 404 before Simple Country. Simple Country, my tag team partner, would not steal a joke. We don't steal jokes here in our tag team, Auntie Jesse. We're OGs, originals. What was that, Ben?
Oh, no. I was just going to mention how during the Attitude Era, they would use stop signs a lot, and those are pretty thick and heavy. So I would think that would hurt if you did not use it correctly.
Yeah, if they had, they might have got them gimmicked. They might have had them made to bend easier. I know they would get like cheaper chairs that would fold open and bust easier.
Those ladders look so flimsy. The aluminum ladders that they use for the ladder matches, they look really flimsy. It's crazy. Yeah. And you think of like a 350-pound guy climbing one of those. I remember watching Big Show try to climb one of those ladders. It's ridiculous.
I think they had some ladders that were made for like breaking through and some ladders that were made for climbing, and they would get mixed up at times.
Yeah.
They are definitely not the Little Giant ladders.
No.
Little Giants are tough.
Yeah.
Do you like fish? Do you like fish sticks?
No, but I happen to be a gay fish. Actually.
Tonight, guys, come hang with us. Yeah. ActualMania.
This might be my first not drunk ActualMania ever.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm almost always drunk for ActualMania every time.
Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a bottle of Prosecco for New Year's Eve. So that should be a good time. And
Prosecco is delicious Italian sparkling wine.
I woke up this morning to a text message from Jeff being like, no more shots for donations. It's like, that's what I said 3 months ago.
Here's a question for
There
the
it
tussle.
is.
Will champions compete in it?
No idea, Egghead. We can't answer that right now. We won't be held accountable for our comments right now.
That is so weird.
We have room for 25 people, so we'll have to see. I think champions won't take precedent, but we might need you.
I have to say, something is very confusing here because I have all of the different scenes in front of me, like, the different scenes I can switch to. And for some reason, and I have no idea why, the GIF that displayed in that dono was different in this scene than every other scene. Like, it was my dog humping her little hump toy in this one, but in all the other ones, it was the one of me, like, going like this. And it should be the same in all of them. So I don't really know why that. I don't know. I'm just going to have to.
And the other one with you doing that, were you humping your little hump toy? Is that why you were going up and down?
No, that was me impersonating TJ because TJ does the same weird thing with his legs that you do, where you like open and close your legs.
Yeah, it's stimming for ADHD. It's a side effect of undiagnosed ADHD, I believe. Doing it right now.
Yeah. Do you like the times you've taken Adderall? Do you not feel the urge to do that when you do that?
Yeah, I just sit calmly.
Dude.
Undiagnosed ADHD, yeah, because I don't go to the hospital. I don't go to the doctor. Sticky says I do it too, just airing out the vagooter. That's different though. I don't have a vagooter, and I like a nice swampy aura about my balls and cock. Disgusting.
I really hope a bunch more of you guys will sign up and help. If you support the show, this is a great way to do it. Just sign up. We do 2 private shows every month for everyone at the $5 level and above. Patreon.com/DP. There's also the $10 level. You get a lot more video content with that as well. So both of those, we recommend the 10. It's the best value, but 5 will get you in for the 2 private shows a month. Whew. A strong Patreon is really what helps keep this show moving. So we hope as many of you will sign up as possible. Link up above. I'm going to run to the restroom. I'm going to put you full screen. I'll be right back.
Nice. Everybody right now in the fan chat and to a lesser extent, the pleb chat. Have a conversation with me. I dare you. Open up my mind. Open up your horizons. I'll share with you my knowledge. It is but one gift I can give on this beautiful holiday season. Happy Festivus to the rest of us, and a Merry Cringemas to you. Are you ready? Auntie Jess says, Billy, you look paler than usual. Did you get much sleep? I did get much sleep, and I also think I have interesting lighting set up right now that maybe my camera is set for a more paler experience here at home. I don't know. T says you have a forever fan, Billy, the sweetest boy. Thank you, T. I love forever fans. When I was a little boy, I had a forever fan, and that's forever, right? So that's like 33 years of a forever fan. And that's just a drop of the bucket for forever. So it's pretty exciting to have more forever fans. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Did you say Jack in the Box better than Wendy's? Space Girl number 5. What did you have at Jack in the Box that you consider better than Wendy's? What are you comparing it to? Like Marcus and Wendy. Lord Magicus is a forever fan of Wendy. That's true. I should not have lifted my arm. It recalibrated the video screen. The AI couldn't render an arm, so it put it into a smaller video window because I'm actually not here right now. This is an AI. So you can see I have my AI band. It's not a real head. This is fake. What's shaking, Daddy-O, says Bubba Husky. Shaking some bacon, Papa. You don't think I'm ready for the new Shabisky song? What if I told you I lined up outside in the cold for the new Shabisky song to drop? Would you transfer your mind into a cybernetic body? If so, what kind of body would it be, Billy? I would definitely transfer my mind into like a, like if I can get a cybernetic snake, then I can relive the Garden of Eden by being the snake in the tree that gets Eve to bite that delicious, sinful apple. And I can bestow original sin on all of you once again from a cyber perspective. That's what I want.
Everyone, please like the stream. We are about to go do the show in just a few minutes here. You should join us. And then after this, we won't be back until Tuesday. So
yeah, everybody can have a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Hanukkah and Boxing Day. I think we still have a Hanukkah going right now, right?
I think Hanukkah's over.
I don't know. I thought it started on the 19th.
Oh, maybe you're right.
We should be going 8 crazy nights all the way through.
December
I don't know what day
26th. December 26th is when it ends.
Yeah, we got all types of good stuff to celebrate. Festivus for the rest of us, Papa. How do you know it was an apple? I don't even care if it was an apple. How do you like them apples? Jax James.
In
$5 Patreon.
In like artistic renditions, it usually looks like an apple, but the Bible does not say what kind of fruit it was. It's just the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's no matter what it is, if this is a cyber situation where I myself am a cybernetic snake AI implanted in its brain to bring original sin, whatever fruit it is going to be sponsored by Apple, I'm sure. So it'll be Steve Jobs forbidden fruit. How do you like them apples, Auntie Jessie? Honest Red, okay. If referring to Honest Red as an apple is racist, then call me the fucking Johnny Appleseed. I'm the Johnny Appleseed of racism then. I'm not going to mince my words. I'm from Washington State.
Merry
this is
Christmas,
Apple
DP.
Country, baby.
My penis recent got reattached after a squirrel bit it off. Long nuts, you bozo.
Damn, Goose Juice. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm already in a great mood.
See how it's working now?
No matter what happens tonight, nothing will break my happiness right now. Smile.
Nothing's going to break your stride, Egghead.
Yeah,
Nothing's going to hold you down.
If you notice, Egghead did not go through the cycle after the last ActualMania. And he's been kind of holding strong ever since.
Yeah, and that breaks my heart.
It does?
Every time somebody thinks that they're like wise because they call out an Egghead problem, they destroy one of his features. Remember when we called out Egghead for the Yoda? Egghead hasn't been overly happy for anything the way he was when he thought he saw Yoda in that trailer. Ever since then, we spoiled it.
I don't agree.
We're purely responsible for this bout of depression that Egghead's been going through. Because before we shined the mirror on Egghead and his wacky proclivity for Yoda, for Baby Yoda, he was a happy man.
It wasn't Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda didn't exist yet.
Yeah, when he watched The Mandalorian, he wanted so bad to look at the Baby Yoda and be like, is that Yoda? But we'd ruined it for him.
Nah.
It's a glorious night, Egghead. 8 cringy nights.
I love it when he was all like
he was so happy. We hatched Egghead. Yeah, right? We cracked the egg and now
yeah, I mean he's been cracked multiple times. It's pretty great.
We keep peeling back the onion of cringe and Egghead just getting more refined. It's like, oh, he doesn't do this anymore, but that's what we loved about Egghead was when he was a wacky son of a bitch.
I like the evolution of Egghead.
We're slowly taking away all of his cartoon aspects. Then he's going to be just like one of us.
He'll just gain
What makes
new
that
ones.
fun?
He'll evolve and gain new ones.
What makes that fun?
We are going to go do the show now. You guys should go over there. It's going to start in just a couple minutes after this stream ends. Go there now. The links are up. The polls will be open shortly after we get started. Go now, go now, go now, go now. Now. See you there.